Hey, Mr. Thomas's class. So my final assignment for you guys is to create some sort of visual representation or presentation on endangered and invasive species. So before I give you a little insight as to what you guys will be doing, let me go ahead and define some terms. So what are endangered species and what are invasive species? So endangered species are organisms that can be animals, bugs, plants, any living thing that are on the brink of extinction. And this can be caused by humans or it can be natural due to disease. And ultimately, if these animals do go into extinction, it can affect many ecosystems. The opposite of that are invasive species. So these are any living organisms, so animals, bugs, plants, fish, that were accidentally or intentionally introduced into a new environment. Oftentimes that these invasive species do not have a natural predator, and this will result into overpopulation, which destroy the natural ecosystem in the new area. So I'm going to show you some pictures and I'll be quiet for a little bit afterwards, but I'm going to show you some pictures and a brief description of these organisms, and you're going to tell me if they're endangered or invasive. So if you guys don't know, this is a blue whale. It is native to the Arctic Circle. It is the largest animal ever lived on Earth. Do you think it is an endangered or invasive species? If you said it was endangered, you are correct. So this picture is of a lionfish, and lionfish are now found in Florida and much of the southeast United States. Do you think they are invasive or endangered? So fun fact, lionfish were not native to the southeast part of the United States, especially Florida, and they were brought over, I don't know if it was intentionally or accidentally, to the United States, so this is an invasive species. All right, these bunch of vines, you probably see them as you drive like on the way back home, and this is actually a plant called kudzu. It's very common to be found in our state and much of the South. Do you think this is an endangered or invasive species? So kudzu is an invasive species, and I believe it's originated from Asia. And anytime that it's growing on trees, it's actually taking up a lot of the sunlight that should have gone to the trees. And finally, a polar bear. Not too much explanation, so endangered or invasive. So polar bears are endangered. They're endangered because their habitat where they live is disappearing every single year, and that makes it harder for them just to live, and their food supply is decreasing. So here are your project requirements. You can work alone or you can work with a partner. You and or your partner must select one invasive species and one endangered species that is in the southeast United States. So anywhere that is from Virginia all the way down to Florida. That also includes Alabama, Louisiana, and Georgia. You can create some sort of visual representation, so it can be a PowerPoint. You can do a movie, a skit. For all my students that love to go on TikTok, if you can make an educational TikTok, you can go ahead and do that, but we have to see it some way, somehow. If you are an artist and love to draw, I would love to see you create a book about invasive and an endangered species. If you are more of the hands-on person, you can definitely create a 3D model of an endangered species and an invasive species, and maybe create, what their habitat looks like. And your due date for this is on December 2nd. So that is the last time I'm coming to see you guys, and you guys will have to present it in front of me and Mr. Thomas on December 2nd. So this is the information I am looking for in your visual representation. So you're creating a movie, a song, or a PowerPoint. It has to include these information. For your endangered species section, where in the United States, or excuse me, where in the Southeast United States is it found? What is causing their population to decline, and currently how many are left? If that animal or organism goes extinct, how will it affect the overall ecosystem? And what are the current plans being put into place to prevent them from going to extinction? For invasive species, similar thing. However, where was this invasive species found originally? And what were the natural predators in that original location? How was it introduced into the Southeast United States, and where is it currently being found? And also, how does it affect the local ecosystem? So those were some of the informational things I'm looking for, and obviously you can have more information if you would like. However, I do not expect less. I would like for you to be creative. Please use pictures. Do not use videos, because for this presentation, I just want pictures and words and you explaining things to me. Project has to be a minimum of 5 minutes, just based on the information that I'm looking for. It should take at least 5 minutes, but if it doesn't, it's okay. If you are doing a movie, a skit, or a PowerPoint, you must have, you need to provide a slide or an end shot of your sources, or what websites did you take it. If you are creating a model or a book, you need to submit somewhere in your writing with your information and your sources. I wish you guys the best of luck. You will have the entire break and a week after break to finish this. I can't wait to see your full creativity being on displayed, and I look forward to seeing all your projects. I will have an example of an endangered invasive species PowerPoint that I created. So, be on the lookout for that if you would like some help. But again, you guys are doing organisms that are found in the southeast part of the United States. All right, with that being said, good luck and have a great Thanksgiving break.